HQA Sports.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final. And yes, to answer your unspoken question, I do indeed have far more compelling high school football to bring you tonight than I did a week ago, where nearly every game devolved into boring blowouts. Tonight, we're throwing a football exorcism to rid us of all that bad juju of week 3, and who better to chase away the demons of mediocrity than the lords and masters of Illinois small school football's finest conference, Triopia, Brown County. They're doing their thing in Mount Sterling. The atmosphere off the charts. Tell you what, Rich Thompson's team in hostile climbs early on in this game, facing 3rd and 8. Check out Tristan Wise, though, doing his best Marcus Allen imitation, reversing field, finding that the Brown County defense had over-pursued, and that leads to a first down. This drive, though, would eventually stall on downs at the 30. Brown County on their second drive appears to finally break through. It's Braxton Phelps, the speedster, going in from 27 yards out. That play negated by a holding penalty, and then the defenses take over. Dean Arrett, he's a monster in the middle, the big linebacker with the quarterback sack. Tell you what, the defense equally as good for Brown County. Brady Long in pursuit. Tristan Wise, you are down for a quarterback sack. Passing plays didn't work any better. Dylan Rubel to the air, and there's Cole Jackson, who had a monster first half with a pickoff. And then the lights go out with Triopia driving down at the 30-yard line. We had about a 10-minute blackout delay. First play afterwards, it's Dean Arrett again rumbling in. Boy, that's a big fullback. However, play negated due to a holding call, and that sets up the defense of Brown County. Nathan Banta going to take everything away. Beautiful tackle for him. We're still scoreless. First play after Brown County takes over on possession. We are scoreless no more. Braxton Phelps, one of the prettiest runs you will ever see anywhere. Cutting back against the grain, not once, not twice, not 3, but 4, no, 5 times. Ridiculous stuff from him. Excellent, excellent right there, and it's all the way in for the score of 79 yards. That makes it a 6-0 lead. 2-point conversion would fail. Brown County fans all a Twitter. However, Triopia had an answer. They'd fashioned one just before the end of the half. It starts up on 3rd and long again. This time Tristan Wise to that Cole Jackson fella again. Beautiful throw, beautiful hookup right here, and there you have it. Brown County, they're in trouble as Matt Parker goes in from 1 yard out to tie the game up at 6 just before the half, and then again the big fella Cole Jackson, 2-point conversion catch, makes it 8-6. It stays that way in favor of Triopia all the way till the final 9.6 seconds, and that is when Dylan Rubel throws the winner. Brown County dodges a bullet and wins tonight by the final count of 12-8. Big win for them, and big win for Carol Jones tonight of Mount Sterling, who is our qualifier in the latest drawing nomination for that big, wonderful dirt bike we're giving away, so congratulations to her. Let's move on. Let's do some more football now. If we can, we will take you to highlights tonight. Let us go on and take you to highlights tonight from Quincy, Notre Dame, and McComb. Oh, always fun when Bill Cannell is in tow and his team opening up a big lead against McComb. Kelly Sears, he didn't know what hit him tonight. Early on in this one, Joey McKay extending a 7-0 lead to 14-0. Hook it up with Zach Bailey, who also returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Then it's Parker Kinsel going in for the score. He's a big-time hitter for a little guy, 21-0. How about Dalen Anders doing his thing as well? Touchdowns all the time as Quincy Notre Dame wins going away in this ballgame. Final count in favor of the Raiders, 48-6 tonight as they pick up the big victory. Also a big victory tonight on the road for the Jacksonville Crimsons. We'll get to them in a second. First off, in the West Central Conference, Illini West loses its first game of the season. First half in this game, Martell Hunter, the All-Stater, 212 yards rushing. He got hurt. Still, Illini West could not stop Monrose. The Chargers lose 48-36. Again, their first loss of the season. How about Quincy High School in action tonight, trying to get some things going against Peoria Manual in this game. George Picard's going to hit Jordan Osborne on the screen pass, and Mr. Osborne is just faster on homecoming than anybody else, rumbling his way into the end zone from 70 yards out to make it 14-0 in this ball game. By the way, Malik Robbins did play on that bad ankle, scored early to give the Blue Devils their first 7. The ensuing Manual drive, things weren't going at all well for them either. Parker Schutte all alone for the INT. That sets up another Jordan Osborne touchdown. This time he's going to rumble in, make it 21-0. The Blue Devils in the fourth quarter with a big lead in this ball game. Up big and probably ready to secure this thing as the Blue Devils trying to take care of business and get it put away in the fourth quarter. 42-8 was the score we had at last check. Other scores from around Illinois tonight. We've got Jacksonville, as I mentioned, with a big win tonight, 29-15 over Springfield Southeast. Good win for Mark Brown's crew in advance of the big Sacred Heart Griffin game. Also tonight on the dock at Camp Point Central visiting Unity Payson. It was homecoming for the Mustangs, and it would not be a happy one. Who schedules the Panthers on homecoming? Especially you don't want to schedule this guy. Austin Cranberg, the speedster, to the outside, going strong. This little counter tray play worked marvels today for the Panthers. Unity fans not excited about that. They'd be more excited about this. How about Mr. Blickant, Alex Blickant on the toss, running through that defense, gets his team back on the board. However, it would be 21-7 before you could blink in this game. More of Cranberg's same play, counter tray, and he is gone behind that phenomenal offensive line. All Central tonight as the Panthers end up winning and winning big, 56-14 your final. Other scores from around Illinois now. West Central all over Calhoun tonight as Bays and Barnett go for 302 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns between them. Big win tonight as well for Beardstown, which hangs on to win in dramatic fashion over Havana, 37-34. The news not as good for Rushville Industry, losing at home to a really good Elmwood Brimfield team, 40-0. And Stark County continues West Prairie's woes, 55-13 your final there. Let's take you to Missouri now. Oh, Hannibal Pirate fans liking what they see early on. They've been injured. Austin Kirby, though, a great fill-in quarterback as he hooks up right here with Tanner Sanborn. 2 wide open receivers. Sanborn decides he wants it more than Mitch Nichols. Going to take it in. 7-0 at this point in favor of the Pirates. Mexico, though, maybe the best Mexico's team we've seen this decade, in from 1 yard out to tie this thing up on the touchdown plunge on the quarterback keeper. No matter. Phenomenal passing play to come up right here from Mr. Kirby again, and a marvelous, sensational 7-worthy catch at the other end by Dalton Overstreet as the Hannibal Pirates hang on to win tonight in the final of 21-20. High drama, but that's 3 wins in a row for the Pirates as they get it done tonight. Meanwhile, over in the Clarence Cannon, Palmyra already up huge on Highland. It was 21-0 before you could blink, 34-0 here, and Caleb Kaiser is doing Caleb Kaiser things to the edge, and he's gone. He's a boundary runner like no other. Maybe a player of the year candidate at this point as Palmyra gets the big win tonight. 40-0 was your final. Elsewhere in the Clarence Cannon, lots of goodies to bring along. Clark County, we predicted this. Macon is really good. Clark County upset tonight on the road, 41-27 your final there. Elsewhere tonight, Brookfield gets a scare at Monroe City, but hangs on to win. Brookfield might be the weakest state-ranked team we've seen. Monroe City, great effort, boys, on defense. Just couldn't get enough offense to get it done. Also tonight, Louisiana gets its first win of the season, 14-12 over Twain, and South Shelby gets hammered. The score is reversed. South Shelby gets hammered by Centralia, 50-0 was your final there. Bowling Green Bobcats in action, looking to go, tonight to extend that lead to 4-0 and continue the win streak. And Mr. Niemeyer is really good. Jacob to the air, going to hook up right here with his favorite wide receiver on this night, Corey Brown. Phenomenal. Tell you what, Bowling Green's offense running on all cylinders tonight as the Bobcats just drop one in Kingdom City. This doesn't happen very often. They drop a huge win tonight over North Callaway. Final count in this one, big time. 48-49, I should say. 48, I take that back. 34 over North Callaway. Elsewhere on the docket tonight, Northeast Missouri. No final on North Shelby Salisbury, but we can tell you Scotland County was a winner yet again, this time on the road at Windsor, 30-14. Maybe the best game of the night, paired Knox County against a really rising Paris squad. 50th homecoming for the Eagles tonight. Paris would open the scoring behind their outstanding quarterback, Kyle Popkis, who's going to throw 5 touchdowns again tonight for the second time in 2 weeks. This one to Brendan Hancock for 6 yards, and for the 6th, I should say. Knox County would answer, though. Brody Mowbray, I should say, on the run right here, rumbles in, ties the score up. But tell you what, Popkis just all over the place tonight with his phenomenal passing as he hooks up with Lane Forrest on the bomb here. Paris gets the big-time win tonight. It's a great win for the Paris Coyotes. Onto the scoreboard now. A couple of other Missouri scores. No, let's take you right to Fort Madison tonight, trying to get the job done against Mount Pleasant. Early on, big run here by Chasini. However, a couple of holding penalties kind of negate things on this for Fort Madison. That face mask helped a little bit. Still, a little bit later, this is the touchdown for Fort Madison that would put them up 14-0 before the half as Cruz Fedler goes in. That was the last score we had, 14-0 before the end of the first quarter. We'll update you with a final tonight at ConnectTriStates.com. Finally, some soccer for you tonight. We'll get to that in a second. Keokuk, their first win of the season over Fairfield, 10-6 was your final there. On to soccer very quickly. Quincy University women, Dave Musso's team taking on number 18 in the country, Wisconsin Parkside. It is Jacqueline Mastriani with the breakaway here. She scores there, but she would score one with a minute left to break a 2-2 tie, give her team the upset victory tonight. 3-2 was your final. One softball score to pass along tonight, a no-hitter from Mackenzie Grossman as Mark Twain beats Canton 3-0. I'm all out of time. I'm all out of breath. Not out of fun. Overtime tomorrow. All the enthusiasm and all the fun right here at 10:30. We'll see you then, everybody.